I really like the idea of including an oral piece to the evaluation. Our priority is to advance reconciliation and healing, so we need to feel it in our hearts. When you're telling a story, when you're speaking it orally, it's easier to feel it. You're not so in your head.
In general, there is a piece of work that's always been missing when it comes to supporting Indigenous communities. From a broad perspective, I think there's still a lack of understanding around historical impacts that have challenged and still continue to challenge Indigenous communities today, whether they're on reserve or in urban centers. And so I don't think that reconciliation should belong to one sector. I think it's an overall responsibility for everyone. So for the Enough for All strategy, it's the ecosystem of poverty reduction. We're all on this uneven terrain and this uneven understanding about what reconciliation is or why it's needed or where it should come from. So the work that's happening is this foundational, truth-telling, contextual legacy education piece that's really important.
When our people are successful, we look at it in a different way than mainstream. Mainstream might mean a big house with a fence and a car and a boat and an annual vacation to some sunny place. But for our people, it's about speaking your language, having an outfit to dance at a powwow. It's about going to ceremony and learning from those ceremonies and helping one another.
One, obviously, being the two conferences around reconciliation and healing came as a result of some work that was done in 2016. And that was really seen as a need in our community around, again, no one was really doing a larger community space for reconciliation and healing at the time. I still think there absolutely is a very need as we move into 2018. Over 2017, there was a lot of work around looking at how do we build the capacity of other organizations around looking at how to do a cultural audit, for lack of better terms. So developing a tool for organizations within the collaborative to use as they move forward in reconciliation and healing.
I think reconciliation is like having a flashlight when you're walking down the road at night and you can only see so much in front of you. I think that is often why non-Indigenous people say, I want to do some reconciliation, what should I do? I think that is why we fall into conversations about what we should be doing together, both Indigenous and non-Indigenous people, which I think is needed to build those solutions.
The impact of those events really was twofold. The first one being that no one at the time had done a larger community event around talking about the calls to action as well as reconciliation and healing as a whole community. There was lots of work happening in segments in different areas of the community. However, these events brought together a larger capacity of people to look at these issues more focused, to see how we can collaborate and connect people better and build networking and working plans together as a larger community for Calgary.
It is a slow pace, but I think it's okay because we're trying to move a mountain. And I think that reconciliation is a personal journey as well. Trying to do the work, it is heavy work for sure, so it has not been easy.
Well, I hope that we are encouraging the staff at VCC, the board of VCC, to incorporate this work into their own strategic plans and their own ways of practice. And I think the rest of the advisory committee would agree that we have learned a lot more than we have accomplished, and we hope to learn even more, and from those learnings just kind of strengthen our voice and strengthen the work of VCC altogether.
I've had a few people ask me, I'm just looking for something small that I could do on a regular basis that can contribute to reconciliation. I'm looking for something that I could do on my own. I don't think that would have happened without our event and without the work of this committee.